Hey everybody, it's Aaron from WPKB, and in this video we're going to take you through the administrative options of easy social share buttons for WordPress. To get there, you need to be in your WordPress dashboard, come into the settings as per the sidebar, click on main settings and scroll down until you find administrative options and then click on that. And then we can get started. So the first option is to disable the menu in the WordPress admin bar, because if you look, it's currently up there at the moment. If you don't want it there, you can just simply select that to get rid of it. Also, you can choose to move the actual main plugin options under the setting menu. You can see here it's over there on the left. If you want it to be under settings, you can just simply turn that on. If you want to disable the advanced settings of the plugin as well, you can simply click that. And then when you update settings, some certain options will disappear. Just below this, you can see there's an option, I am using Google Analytics for WordPress by Yoast. I'd say there's a pretty good chance that a lot of people are using this to insert Google Analytics tracking codes onto their website. But certainly if you're not using it, you would definitely want to turn this off. We're not, but for this tutorial, it doesn't really matter. This is just a demo site. Obviously set it to what is most appropriate for your website. If you're using this particular tag, next page, to paginate your posts, and someone wants to share the content after they've sort of, read the second or the third page of that particular post, by turning this on, it will actually just share the first URL. So the person that they're sharing it to, or whoever's clicking on that link on Facebook, Twitter, etc., will be brought to the actual first page of the post. If you have excerpts on your website and you see text such as Facebook, Twitter, and so on in that, what you can do is check this option, and that'll actually strip the text that's being put in there. It'll make your excerpts look a lot nicer. But then we get to choose the actual method that is done there. So as you can see here, it's clean network text. You can just say to remove the entire action if you'd prefer. It's up to you, but certainly leaving clean network text is generally pretty fine. If the sharing isn't actually getting the correct page, you can force a GET request of the current post or page. Very simple. And just below this, we can change the default priority of buttons. If you don't understand how the priority system in WordPress works, don't change this. But in short, it's a way of prioritizing what gets loaded and when. The default for this plugin is 10. That's probably where it should be. Unless you have reasonable cause to change it to anything at all other than 10, just leave it that as the default. Next, basically, if your website uses query strings in the URLs, which it's probably something that if you know you need to do this, then that's good. Otherwise, if you don't know, then well, you probably don't need to use it. You can set that up so the address with the full query string actually gets shared. We're just going to leave that off for now though, because our website doesn't actually require that. If you're having any issues with the counter, you can check this box to fix the counter problem with limited curl configuration. To actually make this work correctly though, we will need to go into display settings and then counters and choose WordPress admin Ajax as the function to perform that. So certainly only use this if you're having issues because it will put extra load on your website. The next setting is to not load fontawesome. Fontawesome is a font kit. A lot of websites actually come with it now. So if your website or your theme, or in some sense if you're already using fontawesome, there's really no point loading it twice. So what you would want to do is check that box. Next, we can choose to deactivate the caching of short URLs, up to you if you want to use that. Then we come to make plugin always share the HTTP version of the page. This can be handy if you're on HTTP and you're looking to migrate to HTTPS, because when you migrate, your counters will all go back down to 0. So certainly think about turning that one on. Next, we can turn off a couple of built-in modules, certainly if you're not using them, such as the social fans counter and love this. I know that we're not using love this at the moment, so we're going to turn that one off. And if you've done something horrible and you can't fix the settings and you just want a fresh start, you can actually click this button to reset the configuration of the plugin, reset it all to default values. We're not going to do that, of course, because we're still just getting started in terms of how much there is to cover. So we're going to click update settings now. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you have any questions about what we've covered in the video, please feel free to ask in the comments below. Otherwise, if you've enjoyed the video, hit subscribe for more.